Hey guys, two antennas met on a roof, fell in love, and got married. The ceremony wasn't much, but the reception was excellent.
All right. It is Flight and a Pint Tuesday here on Bros Upstairs. This is actually episode 50. Can you believe it, guys? Episode 50. Woo! This is James's third or fourth episode, but
fifth,
maybe.
I'm happy Matt's still here. Pat and I thought for sure he wasn't going to make it to 50.
We got an insurance policy called North End James right now. So
insurance policy, eh?
Policy, whatever. Anyways,
dummy.
So this is our 50th episode. Congratulations, guys. Feel good about it. Last week got some good response.
Sorry, Dad. I know you don't like when I call people dumb.
That's true. So we got some good responses to.
He hates when you guys bicker.
We got some good responses and good feedback about splitting it up into 2 days. People liked it, so we're gonna keep on doing it. Jordan, sucks to suck, buddy. You're gonna have to edit this twice.
There's nothing I love more than 2 editing nights a week, and one of them being on. I'm pretty much giving me one night. I have Monday night to do it. So great. Well,
but Jordan, cheer up, buddy, because you have officially gotten off the schneid. You are last week's winner of a Flight to Pint of childhood memories.
Pat, I warned everyone what would happen if you gave me a chance to prep, and I did. And you're happy to know, Pat, that this week, by moving my house, minimal prep. I know what I'm going to say. I know what I want to pick, but I didn't write it down. I didn't make a tiered list. So this is your chance, Pat, and the rest of you to get back.
No, it's Pat.
I'm officially the only one who's never won. I've never won.
James hasn't won.
No, James tied me.
Yeah, and he won one before that. He won one before
that too. The first week I was back. First week I was here, I won.
Yeah, I've come in third. I've come in third almost every week. Last week was a disaster. Matt picked Pogs and Freezies as a candy. Jordan won with Dunkaroos as a candy.
Look up ice candy on Wikipedia. See,
I don't have to. You called it a Manitoba thing.
No, it was a memory of Manitoba summers.
It's ridiculous. So I'm happy
that was one of the dumbest picks in the history of
Jordan. Congratulations,
Jordan. You won almost didn't beat me.
Because I had to overcome you stuffing the ballot box again.
I didn't stuff shit. I don't even know some of the people that voted for me.
I'd like to get Rudy Giuliani and bring him to court, and I want to see what voting machines we use for this, because doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right.
Judge is fair, stern but fair.
What was
Louisiana
what was the numbers
judge.
After the first day? What was the numbers? What was the numbers after the first day?
It's only one day.
Damn it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Stop the vote. Okay.
24-hour poll. All right, so Jordan, because you won last week, you will get to pick the lineup, and before you do that, you're going to introduce this week's subject for Flight and a Pint.
Oh,
pass it off to you.
This is one that is not, I was going to say near and dear to my heart, but when I have to kill 2 hours somewhere, it's usually not in Winnipeg. Usually, or in the before times, I'd be in Calgary or in Edmonton or in Toronto or one of the other many places I get asked to go for my fancy job. And I would have to kill some time and I'd have to figure out what to do. So something I thought to myself, and by think to myself, I mean Matt suggested on a text message a while ago, is how do you kill 2 hours in Winnipeg? And how do you do it in a way that's either fun or effective or educational or whatever other descriptive word you want to choose? And with that, for all of our listeners in France, the one person, and England, the one person, and the United States, the 3 people, when you come to Winnipeg, we want to help you learn how to kill 2 hours in the province of Manitoba.
And for the record, my wife was the one who suggested this topic. And
also, I would just like to say, Jordan, speak clearer into your microphone because you're sounding like shit.
I am.
You're cutting in and out a little bit, so just deal with it.
It says Mr. Shitty Internet.
I've been okay lately. It's okay. But anyways, Jordan.
I blame the government.
Select the order for this week.
This is so great that I get to be in this position. I want to thank my
Oh,
parents.
Christ. Come on, let's
I want
go.
to thank God, whichever one you believe in, whatever suits both your vote. What if God was a chicken and we just
Okay,
eat
let's
those for
go.
dinner all
Oh
the
my
time?
God, you
Like
can never
triple
win again.
damnation.
This is
Okay.
terrible.
I am going to pick second because it went well for me last week, and I'm gonna do it again. James, you're gonna pick first because you've been at the back of a lot of drafts. I think we need to bump you up. Pat, you're gonna pick third, and Matt, you are going to pick fourth.
Yes.
You suck at this, Jordan.
Why would you give James the first pick? He openly said he's barely written anything down.
You literally just gave me and James the 2 back-to-backs. We are the strongest drafters.
But I don't. First of all, no, I've won as many times as James, and second of all,
This is true.
all right, like this draft isn't one where position really matters. It's just how astute are you in the world of Manitoba. So, I mean, Matt, like sadly for you, even though it's a real big Manitoban thing, there's no Freezy factory tour you can go on. So I'm not really sure what you're going to do for the fourth pick, but I hope you just
Best
find
way to
something
kill
that-
2 hours, eat a box of freezies.
Yeah.
Jumbo freezies.
just like die from brain freeze.
James, you're up first. Set the pace, buddy. Here we go. First pick in a flight and a pint of ways to kill 2 hours in Manitoba. Apparently, I thought it was Winnipeg, so my draft board
It's
sucked.
Manitoba now? I thought
It
we
was
said
Winnipeg. It was always Winnipeg.
It
No,
can
it's gotta be
still
Manitoba.
yeah, but it could even if it's Winnipeg's in Manitoba. Panic Pat.
Either one.
Formal
Fucking
protest.
Panicky Pat over there is having a panic attack because we could pick the Morden Apple Festival.
Why would you pick the Morden Apple?
Okay, God damn it. Just let James
Exactly.
pick.
All
God
right.
damn.
So to kick this off of this draft that I feel like is going to be an inevitable shit show, I'm very excited for it. I'm remaining positive throughout this. I am going to pick with my first pick of how to kill 2 hours in Manitoba. I will do this in Winnipeg, Manitoba at the Forks.
What are you doing at the Forks?
What are you doing at the Forks? You can't just pick
Wander
the
around.
Forks.
You go to the Forks. You go to the Forks. What do you do at the Forks?
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. You're gonna walk around the Forks.
We
You're
might
walking around the
see our
forest?
first heavy use
Okay.
of the void.
Hold on.
I need specifics. That's
No.
bullshit.
Here's my question. So he says, walk around the Forks. Does that take all of the Forks off the table?
No. Now you're adding. You have to pick. You said walk the Forks.
See, then this was not clear when we were doing the outline of this draft. I am
Very
putting in a
clear.
protest right now. I will continue with this
we have
fake
two
draft,
formal protests. We haven't even had the official
But-
pick yet.
but just have it in the back of your minds. I am protesting this right now. Okay, so
Okay,
I
time
already
out.
protested
I'm
it.
protesting that James is protesting. So that's a
Yeah.
third formal protest
Yeah.
of the draft.
Good.
Pat, you're the commissioner of the league.
I need specifics, James. What are you doing at the Forks?
I'm going to the Forks. I'm going to the main building. I'm going to visit the local shops and enjoy some of the great local food that they have there.
So you're checking out the Forks Market.
I'm checking out the Forks Market. Yes,
There you go. You're welcome.
whatever.
Now, if we're having a panic attack over going to the Forks, this is going to be an interesting draft because Pat almost pooped himself when James
You
just
can't.
said
The Forks is like the centerpiece of Winnipeg tourism. You can't just take the whole thing to
Sure, I
start.
can. I have the first pick in the draft. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You know what? Formal protest.
Oh no! You know
All
what?
right.
Actually, hold on. I just got a text. Rianne wants me to let you guys know she is also protesting. So we have
Oh, okay,
five,
sweet.
five formal protests.
All right, Jordan, you're up next. Second pick.
Well, I don't know if it could go any worse than that did. So that was a great start.
James, by the way, that was a good pick.
That was,
Thanks,
I think that was a really good pick. I'm gonna pander here because this is a pick that I just think like is near and dear to my heart. I'm gonna say go on a brewery tour. That's
Which brewery? What are we doing? It's
It's-
got to be specific. Protest.
Okay, you want me to give you like a so what? You want me to say like
Hold
go
on.
brewery? You can do a tour in 2 hours.
You're doing a tour of a single brewery?
No, I'm doing like a 3-pack of a brewery. I'm going on a brewery.
No,
tour.
none of
doing a
those.
brewery
I
hop.
looked them up today. None of them are under 4 hours.
What? Like, you know what? I'm gonna launch a second protest over this specific pick. So my first protest is James's protest, and my second protest is the fact that are you all voiding my pick of the
Yeah,
breweries?
that's a bullshit pick. You can't pick that.
Definitely.
You can pick a single brewery.
Yeah, pick a single brewery.
Okay,
Go on a single brewery tour. You can say that.
I'm okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go on a tour of a brewery.
Perfect.
There you go.
That is how I kill 2 hours in Winnipeg. I don't know what brewery specifically you want me to pick, since they don't all offer tours. But I think
Half
even if
pints.
you're
Go
just
half
going to
pints.
sit down at, in my opinion, what is the best beer scene in Canada, you can't go wrong going to the north end of the city, the south end of the city, the middle of the city. Even if you want to meander on out to Brandon, even if you want to go to Winkler or Morden, you will find good beer. So my first round pick is doing a Winnipeg brewery, a tour of a single Winnipeg brewery, just in case I say that wrong so Pat doesn't have a heart attack. Pat, over to you with the third.
It's not a heart attack. It's you guys have all won, and this is why it frustrates me because you guys don't even know the rules. Anyways, my
coming
pick.
apart at the fucking seams.
My pick. First round. You can bring your family. You can bring the kids. You can bring your friends. You can have a couple of beers and then go. It's outside. Who doesn't love animals? The Assiniboine Park Zoo.
Son of a bitch.
Assiniboine Park Zoo is my pick. Animals are sweet. They are cool to look at. And you can easily get lost there for 2 hours and just look at monkeys if you wanted to.
I was just going to say, what are the three best parts of the zoo? The monkeys, the polar bears, and the otters.
Absolutely. That's a slam dunk pick.
James, do you have an active ranking of zoo animals? Because I sure don't.
No, I got better things to do.
Yeah, like go to the Forks generically.
Yeah, and go on a brewery tour. Great picks. Shut up, non-winner. Fucking loser.
Matt, you go for 2.
Yo, spoiler alert, we have to stop doing these second, but releasing them first in the week. We really need to flip these around so it makes more
All
sense.
right. I mean, you got 2 hours to kill. There's a place. It's close to the Forks, James. You probably should have picked this because it's one of the biggest things nationally. The Canadian Human Rights Museum. I'm gonna go walk around that place because it takes you 2 hours to actually walk around that place. So I'm gonna pick touring the Canadian Human Rights Museum.
Well, see, the reason why I didn't pick that because I like to go to places and feel good about myself when I leave.
Yeah, it is a little bit depressing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though.
It's a great building.
beautiful.
Great building.
Beautiful architecture, all that kind of stuff. I really don't have much to say about it. I've only been like twice. I mean, it's interesting. It's educational. It's a pattern pick. I'm gonna be totally honest
sold.
with you.
I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah. Totally honest. So I feel like I need to pick something a little more exciting. You want to spend 2 hours in Winnipeg? You want to kill 2 hours in Winnipeg? You also want to lose a bunch of money? Go to Club Region Casino.
Yeah, that was on my
Before
list.
you know it, all of a sudden 2 hours is gone, and you're like, "Wow, I've lost $500." So, I mean, and honestly, they have McDonald's in the building.
Mhm.
You can sit at the McDonald's, eat a McDouble, and people watch, and that doesn't cost you that much, and you can still do it. And I love it. And I spent a lot of nights there in my early 20s, and paid for it later on when I had to wait for payday to go to the bar. So yeah,
Okay, fair.
I'm happy with my first 2 picks. I can now
What
go
was, to clarify, what was Matt's pick before the casino?
Touring the Human Rights Museum.
Oh, okay.
Matt, I'm gonna say that first pick not too exciting. No one's really blown
It's
away.
not
by that
exciting,
pick.
but it's a
pander
it's a
pick.
good pander pick.
Total pander pick.
I
All right,
said
so
it
it's
was
back
a pander. I publicly said it was a pander pick.
It's back to me now.
It looks great on the graphic.
Yes.
This one might get vetoed, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'll see. Go bet on the ponies at the Assiniboine Downs.
Okay,
So is this
Here's
just
my-
like is this just like a Winnipeg tourism review? Like, are we getting like put on by
Visit Manitoba.
here's my
Yeah,
question
I hear you,
about
but James and I
Assiniboine Downs.
suggested like fun things to do, and you guys are like, "Hey, there's a place here called blank."
Jordan, this is every draft. You think you've figured it out, but you haven't. Anyways,
Last draft proves it.
Pat, question,
Okay.
and rest of the group, question. I've only been to the Downs once. Does it last less than 2 or less hours?
You can go. You can come
It's
and
just
go.
like
as you
going to
want.
the casino. You
Yeah.
can leave whenever you want.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
you.
it's
I
not
thought
like
you
an
had to
event you
bet the
pay
whole time.
tickets for.
No, you just show up. You can bet on one
you-
race if you
Do you
want.
think
can
it's
bet on
like
no
they
race.
hold you hostage until the whole day's over, or what?
Gun
I
to your
just-
head.
I just thought like the last race was like the main event, so you wanted to stay till the end.
No.
All right,
No.
good pick, Pat.
I've done it. I've done it a couple times. It's you don't even need to know anything about horse racing. It is entertaining as hell. It's just like the excitement of like betting on like a 5-1 horse and like they're gonna win. And then you always got a good feeling about it, even though you know nothing about anything that's going on there. And then you win. And then I went with Ran and her brother put on this bet. I don't even know what the bet was called. He won.
Win, place, or show.
Yeah, one of those.
Trifecta.
And yeah, a trifecta, and he won. And he didn't even know what he picked, and he won.
Yeah, it's
So
fun.
it's a
I
fun
like it.
day. There's food. Who doesn't love horses? Again, who doesn't love animals? Come on.
Not a huge fan of horses.
Really? You don't like horses?
They scare me a little bit.
Wow.
They don't take anything seriously. Too much horsing around.
I thought there was No, they're
Uh,
big, powerful animals that I feel like are very calm and beautiful on the outside, but I feel like they have like a mean streak.
Yeah.
That
Well,
if
they're
they
very
want it,
skittish. They're
they're
actually
just gonna-
very skittish.
My dad said one of his favorite parts of working like parade duty when he was a cop in Toronto was the horses, because they poop wherever they want and someone has to come pick it up, and if anyone gets rowdy they just like push them back. Yeah, he was pretty impressed by those things. Definitely not the kind of guy to ride one of those things, but yeah, he loved watching them.
Majestic beasts.
all right, so those are my first two picks. Now we go to Jordan. Jordan, your second pick.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go to a pick that has grown on me since I've been in Winnipeg. As you guys know, not a big outdoorsy person,
No.
but I like the variety of what you can do at this place. So I'm going to pick a walk. It's not a hike, a walk of Assiniboine Park. That is what I'm going to pick. Even though I say the word walk, maybe Pat, if we can come up with a better word for the graphic, because I want to kind of include like you could rent a bike, a tandem bike, which is
Jordan,
always
may I suggest explore?
yes. Thank you, Patrick. That's fantastic. Please put in explore Assiniboine Park Zoo. Oh, sorry, Assiniboine Park. I like the fact that you can just pop over the bridge and you can get an ice cream and the best Jamaican food in Winnipeg, in my opinion, at K&S Island Grill. On Sergeant
Where do you get the
there,
ice cream?
Sergeant Sunday.
Sergeant Sunday.
Okay, I was just making sure. I was just testing.
Yeah,
it.
I just clarify, I respect that. But I find Assiniboine Park is somewhere that, if you like kind of like gardens and flowers, they have that. If you have kids, you have that. You want to feed the ducks, you got that. You want to watch cricket, you got that. I feel like it's just a very diverse outdoor location.
It's hella interesting watching those guys play
I love.
cricket.
Oh, I mean, cricket's like what a great. Just have yourself like a ginger beer and just sit on down there and just watch some cricket. Try to figure out what the fuck's going on. So
I was just gonna say, if you could
yeah,
tell me what's
so-
going on, that'd be great.
that's gonna be my second pick. I'm pretty happy with the Assiniboine Park here. I think that's like a great spot to get it. So that will be my second pick. James, over to you for a runner.
Yeah, really excited about this. Let me continue with the enthusiasm.
You should love our province, James.
I love
Come
our
on.
province. I love our province. It's great. My form of fun doesn't resonate with a lot of people, though. So what I'm going to pick with my second pick, I don't care. I like it. I liked it as a kid. It's going under renovations right now. It's supposed to be opening up in the next month or two, I believe, pending restrictions. One of the coolest spots in the city, if you are an aviation fan, we have the Western
Yes,
Aviation
James.
Museum of Canada. It's a
Sorry,
super cool spot.
So I call that again. What was that again? Jordan cut you off. Big surprise.
Sorry, I got excited. I love this
Yeah.
pick.
No,
Go ahead.
the Western Aviation Museum
Yeah.
of Canada. Right by the airport. The shitty thing is you have to go and find it. It's not easily accessible, which probably hurts its attendance. But it is going under a lot of renovations right now. It's been closed for the last 2 years, I think.
What are they doing in there? What are they renovating? Just like upkeep or what?
Yeah, they're completely changing it over. They're putting in new planes, I guess, and exhibits. So they got a bunch of money from the government. So
I didn't know this place existed.
yeah, that's the problem. I mean, it's tucked in near the airport. So it's not like on a main drag or anything.
I feel like everybody just assumed like we're just called the Winnipeg Jets and they're like, oh, that's cool. But like there's like real history behind the name, right?
Yeah, 100%.
There's rural. I'm pretty sure there's 2 pretty decent rural aviation museums as well in Manitoba. At least one out in that South End area. So, it's in Steinbach, I think.
Well, on Portage has a big.
Portage has an air base.
Yeah,
like
it's
Portage
got a big history of it.
Portage has a history of an air base out there in Southport. They still do helicopter training for the military out in Southport. So, I mean, middle of the country, we're prime real estate for, any sort of logistics, and that includes military transport. So,
but yeah, no, it's a cool spot. Like they've got, they have an old Snowbirds cockpit. So if you're an airplane junkie like me, I know Jordan is too. We get all gassed up for those kinds of things. That's something I didn't even know as an adult. So.
See what you did there.
I would like to go to this with you guys once it's open.
It's pretty cool. My dad will tell you if you want to go. My dad will tell you everything and anything that's ever happened with the plane in there ever. But also the military houses an AC-130 Hercules squadron here, and I don't know if a lot of people know that. Those are like the big 4-propeller transport planes.
Cool.
And so a lot of people don't know that we have a pretty full like mini Herc squadron here too. So you can see those every once in a while.
Can you drink there?
Only, Matt, you can drink down nostalgia and knowledge. That's what you can drink there.
Doesn't sound like it's got
Probably
a high
a
enough
water.
ABV. All right.
All right, James. So another pick to you.
Oh, great! I wasn't prepared for this one. Shoot. So,
James is gonna still get more votes than Pat.
I know I'm gonna get votes somehow out of
So
this.
upsetting.
So, one fun little thing, and we were gonna do it tonight. Then we remembered that we had to record the podcast. Go down to Corden, and you can go visit the gelati shops on Corden.
When you say we, do you mean you and the lady?
Me and the lady were supposed to go.
Oh, because you said we and we're here. So I was like, we were going to go get gelato?
Well, we could. I mean, we could. We could, pending restrictions.
No, I mean, I hope, like, as long as she's not coming and it's just you and me, I would love to go get gelato.
Well, we'll set that up.
That's a fantastic pick. That's a great date idea. And...
I love the Corden Strip. There's a couple good restaurants there. One of my favorite ones, unfortunately, is gone now, but
name it. Let's go. I like restaurant talk.
Aurora was a nice little Italian restaurant, little family-owned place. It's no longer there anymore. I think Tommy's Pizza is in that spot.
Yeah, that place is where pizza goes to die. So I hope Tommy's Pizzeria holds on, because that place
it's a tough spot. But no, there's a bunch of gelati shops down there, and they're all really good. They're all really authentic. Having been to Italy and sampled some of the traditional gelatis, Corden is right up there. So
now is it spelt gelato though?
Depends.
For the graphic, gelato or gelati?
We can go gelato on the graphic.
Okay. All right.
Gelati is if you have plenty of it.
Okay. Can I just say, you guys are really going to test me this week with the graphic, because I'm going to have to get.
I know, that's a fine picture. Pat, it better not be a picture of ice cream. It better be gelato. All right? It better be gelato.
All right. To you, Jordan, for your third pick.
So.
Can't wait for this one.
The problem with this pick is, like, I think I take things a little more literal. So when it was like 2 hours to kill, my brain went to like almost like, hey, my flight is in 3 hours and I need to do something for 2 hours. So that's kind of where my list is coming from. So this, I'll admit, I don't love this pick. I really don't love it. But I'm going to pick going to Polo Park Mall. That's not a terrible pick.
Well, that is a terrible pick.
It's because like my brain is like when you guys say, "Hey, we need to kill 2 hours." A lot of what we've said so far isn't killing 2 hours. It's like a kind of a fun way to do shit for 2 hours. Like we haven't said anything that like, like, oh fuck, I got 2 hours to kill. Well, what can I go do? But in my head, like this is what you do to kill 2 hours. You go to the mall, you grab a bite to eat at the food court, you walk around and maybe buy a thing or two. You do a little people watching, and Polo Park is right by the airport. So I know it's probably
gonna say.
I know it's probably a pander pick, or not a pander pick.
That's not even a pander pick.
I don't think this pick really fits the vibe, even though the name is going to be kill 2 hours. But I'm going to pick go to Polo Park Mall. Pat, can I get go to a mall? Is that fair? Or I'm just going to ask.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it because I'm not going to pick a fight.
Yeah, you're right.
No, yeah. You want to go to a mall? Go to a mall. Sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should put Polo Park Mall because maybe I have.
Here's the thing, Jordan. If someone is at the airport and is like, "Hey, man, I got 2 hours to kill," I'm gonna say, "Yeah, go to Polo Park Mall."
Yeah, I've said that to people before. I don't know what to say, dude.
Here's the thing, though. If you are from Winnipeg and someone's like, "Hey, I got 2 hours to kill," oh, why don't you go to Polo Park Mall? Most people are gonna be like, "The fuck I am." Not a chance. Especially people I know who all live in the South End. They're like, there's not a chance I'm driving to Polo Park today.
I've had that asked of me before, and my honest answer was go to the airport, grab a bite at Stella's, go through the gate, and get some work done. That was literally what I told, because there's nothing really close to the airport for people to do. So that's my honest response. So that's my pick. So far, it's been a lot of like, hey, here's something fun to do for 2 hours
get absolutely schmammered.
Yeah, but this is my honest like. If I have to kill 2 hours and I have to actually kill it, I'm probably going to Polo Park.
I don't hate the pick, Jordan. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I know.
Late, but that's okay.
I know, but I frankly like the other stuff. I think is stuff that I feel like I'm in my 5th round territory already. Like you guys just hammered through all the stuff I would think of. So that's my pick. He said with waning confidence.
You know what though? The thing that's fascinating about this subject is that you could go in so many different directions. Like you could go touristy, you could go like literally go to the mall, kill 2 hours.
Like how often do you guys have to kill 2 hours? Like because I feel like and even in the old times, you guys would probably just like go home.
Yeah,
like,
but I think the thing what we're doing here is we're highlighting some activities you could do.
But that's the funny part is like that's the context where you got. But for me, like not to say, but like like I had to kill 2 hours on a almost like 3 times a week because I would be flying into somewhere or it'd be like an 8 p.m. flight and I'm like sitting there like, oh my god, what am I gonna do for like 5 days?
Here's one of the great things about Winnipeg, in my opinion. Unless you are on the complete opposite end of the city from where you live, like I live basically at the furthest point southeast. If I'm in the northwest, that'd be opposite, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Good job, Matt. You nailed it.
Geography minor, boys. If I'm in the opposite northwest corner of the city, I'm half an hour from my house, probably.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking.
Correct.
So I better, if I'm going to have to kill 2 hours, there better be something in that corner that I'm like, you know what? I'd rather go kill 2 hours than go home, sit on my couch for 45 minutes, and then go back.
And that's true, Matt, because even where I grew up, like in Toronto, it was like, if you have to kill 2 hours, you're not going home. Like if you're in Toronto, you're not going back to the suburbs. So you're literally looking at each other and you're like, well, the Hockey Hall of Fame's around the corner. You want to go to the hockey? Like,
exactly. Winnipeg's a bit of a different beast.
Yeah.
And I think that's why this is kind of an interesting kind of topic.
Yeah. Anyways, I would say James's first pick, in my opinion, is the thing I would tell someone to do.
Yeah.
But
if
not, in my opinion, the close second place is people watching at Polo Park Ball. Because you can see some interesting shit.
I think James's first overall pick. It's the slam dunk pick. If you don't pick the Force, you had to.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
specifically, what is he doing at the Force was kind of like, but Pat, go ahead, pick.
James was going to go for a swim in the red.
This is where I usually lose it a little bit. 3rd round pick is not my strong suit. I don't think this is my strongest pick. I think it's a kind of a pander pick. You got the kids, you throw them in the car. Where are you going? You
What
want to kill
kids
2
are
hours on
you
a nice day?
speaking of? Why do
Just
you
in general,
like, you got the kids?
I'm trying to hit all my
What are you, Uncle Pat now?
shots. Okay. I'm gonna pick Tinkertown.
What is Tinkertown?
Oh, Jordan.
Hold on. Did you just say what is Tinkertown?
He wasn't a kid in the city. He
Oh,
wouldn't know.
right.
So head to Tinkertown. It's our summer carnival. Like, it's mainstay. It's there all the time. It's basically you go to a carnival fair. There's
Where is
rides,
this?
there's games.
Right beside Fun Mountain.
Yeah.
Where is Fun Mountain?
Furmore, Highway 1. On
Yeah.
your way. Just
Oh, that place. Y'all
Yeah.
went there and you're still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like where
Man.
you go to like die in a horrible Ferris
My
wheel
kid
accident or something.
literally asked today, when does Tinkertown open?
Oh,
Can't
my
wait to
God.
go.
It's you know what? I went
did
as-
you lean in and just go, we don't go there?
Yeah. We're not one of those people. You have to put a big those people. I've never been there. I'd honestly never been.
It's part of your childhood. Again, if you got kids, it's a good place to go. It's fun. It's got games. It's got rides. It's got just lots of just walk
I've
around.
literally
watch
seen
the
that
kids
like
ride the rides.
driving past it to go to Kenora, and that's
Yeah.
about the gist.
You can go ride the mini train and not feel your butt cheeks for 2 weeks.
So oh, go ahead, Matt.
Last year was actually the worst year for Tinkertown because everybody had to pay upon entry because they normally, so like me as a parent, I can enter, I walk up to the kiosk, I buy tickets or a wristband for my child. I don't have to pay anything. I can just walk around with them. So you could bring the whole family, grandma, grandpa, uncle, aunt, everybody. There's a picnic area. You could do picnics, the whole 9 yards. Last year, because of capacity issues, everybody had to pay. So it like actually, they probably made more money because
Yeah.
everybody had to pay.
Probably turned away
But
a lot of people though.
they had to turn away a ton of people, or people weren't coming. So back pre-COVID, that was like, hey, let's go kill 2 hours at Tinkertown. It's a great pit, Pat.
Listen, okay, Province of Manitoba, if you're listening to me right now, you have to pay for things for them to improve. It's like a basic economic model where, like, you put money into something and then that turns out a better product. All you parents who get to go to Tinkertown for free, that cannot happen. Tinkertown, if you're listening to this, and I know you are, Tinkertown, you love this. You need to charge every person who walks into that place, me included.
To be fair,
if I ever
Jordan,
go there.
To be fair,
To be fair,
if you're going with a child, odds are you're buying tickets to go on rides with the child.
I hear you, but like we can't take that chance.
Do you know how many times do you know my kid's 4? I've come home. I probably have $8 worth of Tinkertown tickets upstairs.
Poor economic practices.
I have $8 worth of Tinkertown
All right.
tickets upstairs
Getting off
because
the-
I didn't
getting off the
spend them.
rails. Let's get
What
off
do you
the
mean we're
rails.
getting
Okay.
off the whales? Tinkertail's business
whales.
practices.
We're
is
getting off the
perfectly-
whales.
The whales. Free Willy.
All right, so I'm taking Tinkertown as my third round pick, and we will go to Matt for 2.
Now it comes to me. You took my kid's pick. I'm very upset because Tinkertown was where I was going.
Sick pick.
There's still good kids picks though, and I need to pick a kids pick to appeal to the masses. It's
Or to
what it's all
signal
about.
to his friends to vote for him.
It's a smoke signal.
It's like a big old bat signal in the sky saying, "Hey, other dads, other moms, pick with Matt." So I'm gonna go with my third pick to Amazing Corn. You want to go get lost?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Your kids have a blast. They don't know why they're having a blast. They're lost in a freaking corn maze, but you just keep pointing at stuff and be like, "Remember when we were there? Remember when we were over there?" But they love it.
It's
Um,
definitely like the most nothing place to go, but turns into like a day.
You know what? You can go there as an adult and you can be like, "I'm going to crush this." And then you get super frustrated and you don't know why you can't just solve this maze. And it's one of the most enjoyable ways to kill. It takes about 2 hours to actually get out of that maze if you do it properly.
Or not
Yeah.
properly.
No, if you do it not properly, you just blast through the corn like
If
some
you
fucking
throw a
psycho.
match- Oh, it's not a straw man. So I was gonna say.
Oh,
throw a
it's
match
corn.
in the corner.
Was it Amazing Corn where the horses all broke out or the ponies broke out this past fall?
What?
Yeah.
Wait a
No.
second, what?
So you know how they have like pony rides at Amazing Corn? And
Yeah.
apparently on one Sunday afternoon, like the busiest day that they normally have, the pen didn't lock properly and all the ponies went fucking berserk through Amazing
What?
Corn.
Did not know that.
Speaking of pens, also very underrated petting zoo at a
Oh yeah, they got the petting zoo there too. Eh?
Yeah, you can just sit there like you can actually like enter the pens. I mean, I'm not going to the turkey pen because those things scare the shit out of me. But
well, especially since we were scarred for life because our Pipad used to like grab them and cut their heads off.
no, that wasn't turkeys. That was chickens.
Either way,
they
terrifying.
run around for like 10 minutes with no head. And
It's like
you're
Lyme.
what?
It's the Lyme disease of animals.
What the hell?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then with my 4th round pick, starting off the 4th round, there are many different incarnations of this activity, but it's an activity that you can do in Winnipeg. Depending on the difficulty, it can range from about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So add in maybe like the intro, whatever you want to call it, but go get lost in an escape room. Try to escape an escape room. I think the fact that you guys aren't reacting is either because that's a great pick, or because
Well, it's a very Manitoban pick, right?
Yeah,
Just like Mr.
they
Freeze.
only have
Only
escape
happens
rooms
in
in
Manitoba.
Manitoba.
So it's a good
Only
I
you
knew
can't
it.
do it anywhere
but I'm
else.
so happy that
Nowhere
I
else.
picked it.
Look, Matt, I'm not reacting to the pick because like I think escape rooms are stupid.
Why do you think they're stupid?
They're actually not too bad.
I love
No.
escape rooms.
I've done one, and I'm just like, okay, this is kind of whatever.
Were you bad at it?
No, I think we didn't get out, but we were pretty close, and it's like it's not
we
about.
didn't get out.
But what did you contribute?
I'm very smart when it comes to puzzles, Jameson Craig. Thank you.
You didn't escape though, so you're clearly not that smart at puzzles.
Whatever, it was stupid. I hated it. So.
That's a very pat reply. I don't like it. I'm not good at it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
I
most
think-
Pat thing of all time.
I think honestly, like there's nothing better to kill an evening. This is beyond the 2 hours, but nothing better to kill an evening. You go for dinner, you book a late escape room. You go for dinner, you have a few drinks, get
Just
maybe
so
your
clear,
significant other to drive to the escape room because you might have had a few beverages at Brazen Hall that night, and then you end up at an escape room and you try to escape the escape room, and then somebody jumps out because there's like legs in a.
Please stop saying escape room. It's like stop saying. it.
Damn,
called-
Matt.
It's called selling the pick, gentlemen.
And can I just say, I'm not putting all the other shit you just said. It's just gonna say escape an escape room. That's all it's gonna say.
Yeah, and people are gonna be like, "Man, I love escaping."
And what do you want the graphic to be? A room of stuff? Like I don't understand.
You put whatever you want. I don't even need your help
All
on the
right.
graphic.
I will say
Alright.
that anytime I go to an escape room, it is a quick way to assess where I feel like you stand in my friend depth chart. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't get that math equation to get us out of this fucking room, and now the clown man came and scared me. No. Mm-mm.
Oh man, low key thing about James, terrified of clowns or people
Hates
in
clowns.
mascots.
Cannot do it.
People in costumes. James
How-
is
how did I
terrified
just
of
find it? You don't
mascots.
like clowns?
Are you okay
What?
with mascots? Are you okay with mascots?
Sports mascots, I'm okay with. Aliens at Alien Pizza in
Yeah,
Alexandria,
Dakota.
Minnesota. Terrifying. Stay the fuck away from me. You're gonna catch these hands. All right.
So, James, quick assessment. Clowns, just generally clowns. Where do you sit?
Oh, I hate them. Burn them. Kill them.
I don't hate them, but I'm also not a huge fan. I don't trust clowns.
No, so much trust issues. Why do you put that paint on your face? What are you hiding? What's wrong with you?
Why are
Nobody
you pulling
believes
stuff
that
out of
your
your
feet are that
pocket? Why do
big.
you just store stuff in your pocket?
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I hate about clowns? They never take anything seriously. Too much
Oh.
clowning around.
That's a
You
shame.
already used the horse and around joke.
Hey, Pat, to you for a pick.
Okay, I need food. Something to do with food. So I think what I'm going to do is there's going to be a little bit of an add-on to it. I think it's going to be a road trip to the Half Moon Drive-In.
Good one. That's a good one.
that is an easy, like most of the time it's like a 20-30 minute drive going to Lockport, and all I can say, drive the Half Moon Drive-In never disappoints. Great hot dogs, great burgers. When they were open pre-COVID, there was arcade games. You could kill some time with some friends going to that. It's just a really good drive, and it's a nice drive to take, and you get there. It's a perfect date spot too if you want.
Grab
Good
a little
food.
ice cream after, walk to the little river, you know,
Absolutely.
look out on the
I
lake.
think you could,
See the
it's a
pelicans.
good, yeah. I think it's just a good way to not, you're killing 2 hours, but it's a good way to spend 2 hours. I think it's just a nice, the nice treat at the end is a nice burger, hot dog from the Half Moon Drive-In, and I really like that. So that's my food pick. So a road trip to the Half Moon Drive-In.
Yeah, and I always like that drive across the river. It was at the old La Vérendrye Trail, I think is what it is. But it's cool. Lots of cool houses on there.
Yeah, we just did that last week, and every time I go, I'm like, really? Do we have to go to the Half Moon? Even though we couldn't go inside, it was a drive-through, very efficient. Food is great, and then you park, and it's just fun.
I will say, with COVID, their drive-through is one of the more efficient drive-throughs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably in the province.
Yeah. So
We ate in the bed of my truck last summer.
nice.
I gotta give a shout out. The other one in town, Lockport, Sonia's. It's just down the street.
I thought you were gonna go Skinner's, but you went Sonia's.
Yeah, Skinner's is good. I mean, I don't
It's
know.
okay.
Skinner's is the one that got screwed out of the forks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's too bad. They were good.
Yes.
Good hot
Yeah,
dogs.
no, but Sonia's Burger Stand, it's one of those old school red and yellow striped buildings.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
cozy burger joint.
And then you see the menus with like the removable letters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's exactly
Coke
like that.
Coke machine cups. Oh yeah, all day. All right, Jordan, you're up next for your fourth pick there, big guy.
I'm excited about this pick in the fourth round. I might be the only person who's excited about this pick, but I'm hoping my fellow How It's Made people come with me on this one. I'm going to say going for a tour of the Canadian Mint. For a tour of the Canadian Mint.
Very specific to Winnipeg. That's not a bad
Very
pick.
specific to Winnipeg, just like Freezies and I can't remember what Escape rooms. Yeah, Winnipeg.
I never said they were Manitoba. You guys are fucking adding stuff to something that never got said.
Anyways, Matt,
This is
please
slander?
calm down, Matt.
This is
Calm
slander.
down, please. So some of us are trying to pick here. The Canadian Mint, I think it's pretty cool to have something like that in Winnipeg. I don't think it's something that gets thought about a lot by the people who live here, but like I say we now, but the money for all of Canada gets made here. That's nuts.
And all those flags that they have there, that they print money for them.
That's nuts. I didn't know that. If that's true,
I think that's correct. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all they print all that money.
Wild to me. That you were in the same city where they literally make the money for Canada. Boom. Big yawn.
Yeah, are we boring you here?
No, it's just been a long week.
It's been a long weekend.
Long week.
I was moving
First
in.
time to move ever.
But anyways, the Canadian Mint, I think is a great pick.
Have you guys ever thought of
Winnipeg? Matt, what have I ever thought of? Please.
Have you guys ever thought, like, they always talk about the debt in Canada and the debt in Manitoba. Why don't they just print more money?
That's what the
That's
US
illegal.
does.
Because that's illegal.
I don't understand why it's illegal. If you just
Matt,
print your own money, just print more.
You know where inflation comes from? That.
Yeah, see, inflation just is like a word that to me sounds like insulation, but it's different.
Now, if you listen carefully on Tuesday, when our friend, the accountant Shamil, shout out Shamil, listens to this draft, you will hear his head explode from Matt's saying what he just said.
Make more money.
Just print more.
Just make more money.
I just solved the debt of every country in the world.
I mean, credit to you, honestly.
Wow. That's all it took.
James, back-to-backs for you to close out your draft.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm distracted. I don't even know what I'm going to pick next year.
Because you're just thinking of all the money they could be printing.
I know. I'm totally, my mind has been blown. There should be no poverty left in the world now. Yeah, I mean, something you could do for 2 hours in Winnipeg or Manitoba. I am going to pick. I mean, you can make the drive out to Grand Beach. Go out to Grand Beach.
Veto.
Granted, it's going to take pretty close to 2 hours to go there and back.
Veto for?
What are you vetoing? What are you vetoing?
it takes an hour and a half to get there.
To get there, how are you pedaling a bike to get to Grand Beach?
No.
Well, from where Matt lives, it might take an hour and a half, but
Okay, so it takes an hour for the regular for like people who live on the north end. So you're gonna spend what? You're gonna spend 20 minutes at the beach and then drive
Takes
back?
30 minutes, 45 minutes to get to Grand Beach.
All right, so you're gonna spend 20 minutes at the beach and drive back.
Listen, you can kill 2 hours at the beach. I don't fucking care. All right, quit shitting on my picks.
Anybody
We
else
were in
wanna
this
veto?
together last week, and now you're turning on me.
No,
What-
Anybody
no,
else wanna
it's a bullshit pick. I'm just gonna let him. Yeah,
It's a
gonna
bullshit
let
pick.
it
I'm
happen.
gonna throw it out
All
there.
right.
Go to
Visit
Grand Beach. Enjoy Grand Beach. Get a sunburn like me in the matter of 2 minutes, and then hate the rest of your weekend.
I'm gonna put enjoy Grand Beach. Beautiful.
Are you going to the Birchwood as well?
Am I going to the Birchwood? I don't care. I don't know what you're saying.
You
here.
know what
Go
the
to
Birchwood
go to
is?
an escape room because you can only do it here. Okay.
I
wanna-
never said that.
Yeah, you can only go to escape rooms here.
All right, James, your last pick.
My last pick. If you want a quick reminder of how shitty you are as a human being and where you stand in the social order around here, take a drive down Wellington Crescent.
that's
That's kind of fun.
James-
Okay.
Yeah.
if James
Every
comes
one of
any
us has
higher
done
than
it.
four,
Every one of
I'll be
Matt, I
shocked.
see you shaking your head over there. I know you've
No,
fucking done
I'm
it.
doing
You and
this. I'm
Janelle.
doing this like I don't hate that pick.
Yes, good. That's a better answer because we've all done it. We've all driven around Wellington Crescent, and I guess you could say the surrounding area because there are plenty of houses that I know I will never be able to afford unless I win that Lotto Max. And yeah, I mean,
Quick little story. So
yes,
my wife's aunt's husband, his best friend, actually constructed a staircase. He's a carpenter, but like high-end carpenter. He does like fine woodwork kind of deal. Constructed a spiral staircase in a house in Wellington Crescent. Do you know how much the staircase cost?
probably
25
I'm not
at my house.
Just in materials. Just in materials.
I have no idea.
$50,000 just in
Wow.
materials. I was like, okay, so like, how much did the guy charge to build it? He was like, oh, he probably just doubled the price. I was like, the guy made 50 grand on one job. Cool.
Sick.
Cool.
That's fun. That's awesome. Man,
Like, yeah.
I'm poor. It's crazy.
Wild, right?
It's wild.
All right. Oh, drive Wellington Crescent. Okay, Jordan, your final pick.
This will
Well,
be fun.
Yeah, this is now we're reaching. I mean, I took the mall in the third round, because everyone loves a good mall. I was happy to get the mint in the fourth round. So I feel like at this point, we're reaching. And if there's one thing you guys know I love to do, is if you can't go to a brewery, you might as well go to Pint 5 Distillery. Yes, folks. If you can't go to a brewery, you might as well go to a distillery. So I am saying we should go to Pint 5, the wonderful local Winnipeg establishment that I can think of off the top of my head right now.
So you're touring Pint 5 Distillery?
Sure. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. I'll tour Pint
Do they
5.
offer tours?
I don't think so. Hold on. Let me look at my phone.
No, that's his pick. That's his pick. That's his pick. That's his pick.
I also have questions because we allowed him to do a brewery tour, and I thought in the explanation of brewery tour we were counting.
He had mentioned distillery.
I distinctly
Did you?
remember hearing
No,
distillery.
you did, Jordan. You said it.
Did I see it? That was a long time ago.
Let's put his ass in jackpot and make him pick
Yeah,
something
he's
else.
got veto. Pick
Veto.
something
God
else.
damn it. You're veto. Okay,
I will
fine.
also veto it.
Fine. You want to kill 2 hours in Winnipeg? You know where you go? Seasons of Tuxedo. Let me tell you exactly why. You want to
You
go to
just pick-
IKEA? Go for a little
Pick another
walk.
mall.
No, it's not a mall. I'm not going to the outlet mall. I am not. I'm going across the street. First, you want to go for a little walk, get some Swedish meatballs, you can go to IKEA. Then after that, you can go to Rec Room, play some shooty arcade games, and bowl.
Go to
a
Rec
couple-
Room for the full 2 hours.
You could, but I want to go to IKEA in the middle for the sake of Swedish meatballs.
All right.
So I, Pat, would like to say, go to IKEA/Rec Room in Seasons of Tuxedo. That's a very
Go to
specific
Seasons
thing.
of Tuxedo.
So
I just wrote down.
Louisiana Judge is making another return here.
Oh God.
Earlier in the podcast, when Matt Gagne picked said escape rooms, you then proceeded to make fun of him because you couldn't do that anywhere else.
Yes.
Now you have just picked visit IKEA
Yes.
because there are no other IKEAs.
Louisiana Judge, may I rebuttal?
Proceed.
Can you please tell me where else in Canada you can go to IKEA and then a rec room side by side?
So you're oh God, I'm gonna cut the act. You're gonna include rec room.
Yes,
so it's gonna
I
be
said
IKEA
that
/ rec
very
room.
clearly. Yes,
Okay,
I'm
all
going
right.
to
I'll
both
put
IKEA
that.
and
Whatever.
I'm telling
Very
you
good.
right now, if I don't win this week, this is all a sham. This is all a sham.
Your draft
What does
isn't that
Sham have
good.
to do with this? He's not even here.
All right. So I have my fifth pick. It's still on my board. Something different, very Manitoban, not like Freezies.
Freezies.
and
No.
IKEA and rec
So-
room.
They have these elsewhere, but this is very specific to Manitoba. This is the one in Manitoba. I'm going to go the St. Norbert Farmers Market.
You ever been to the St. Norbert's Farmers Market?
Yeah, multiple times.
If that takes you 2 hours, you must be crawling.
Exactly. Good luck killing 2 hours there, but you can pick it all you want.
I will. I'll pick it. St.
I
Norbert.
was really hoping
Farmers
you were going to say the St. Norbert Monastery and breaking into that.
Oh my. Why have you done that, James?
Yeah, there's
You haven't?
No.
You haven't visited the St. Norbert Monastery after
I
hours?
think I went to a wedding there actually.
Yeah.
Someone should pick a Winnipeg hotel, but like, you know what I mean by hotel, and just hopefully someone listens to this and goes, "That sounds like a really interesting. I would love to see the knob." And then
The knob. Fuck, I'm picking the northern. Come on down.
go to the spike.
So yeah, I am a farmers market. I've been there multiple times. You can just go and explore all the different shops there. There's a little bit something for everybody.
In half an
You
hour.
could buy.
Yeah, all five
I
of
don't.
them.
I spent a long time there. If you don't just walk around once, Matt, and check out all the other shops.
I actually
Yeah,
go there
Matt,
to
if you're
buy
perpetually
organic products.
indecisive, you can get at least 4 rounds out of it.
So yes, I'm picking the St. Norbert Farmers Market. Drive included. Visit. Try some food. Buy
I
some
will
products. Enjoy
say
yourself.
the balloon lady at the St. Norbert Farmers Market preyed on my kids a little bit and started giving them free balloons, and then we couldn't leave when I wanted to leave.
That sounds like a pre-crime.
So, fun fact, that's actually what crack dealers do. They give you free crack the first time. And you keep coming back. It's funny how that works.
You're
Oh.
saying she should be selling crack, she should be making more money than balloons?
I would say she's probably doing both.
Pat goes around the whole thing 4 times because it's the 4th time you can convince.
Jordan,
to
you
get
picked
Mickey
IKEA
donuts.
and Rec Room. That's not even a thing. It's like the dumbest thing we've ever picked. So Matt, pick your
I
last.
picked those 2 things together because you get Swedish meatballs and can play Time Crisis in its entirety.
I have
Massive respect.
so much
Lifetime
shit on my
prices.
list right now. It's unbelievable. I don't know. Do I go with the winter activity? Do I go with something more low?
Yeah, go with the winter activity because the people who come here in the summer will be able to kill 2 hours wondering where the fuck it is.
All right, I'm just gonna take Grand Prix Amusement Park because I like that
So-
place.
Where now?
Grand Prix.
Grand Prix Amusement
Jordan,
Park.
do you even live here?
Also, very close to Tinkertown. I see a trend here, Matt.
I didn't take Tinkertown.
Oh no?
Okay,
Oh, you
what the
didn't
hell
take
is
Tinkertown.
Grand Prix? Like, is it like kart racing?
It's
Go-karts.
got
Batting
go karts
cages.
for all ages. It also has an arcade. It also
And
has a
mini golf.
batting cage. It also has mini golf.
Was
You
that the
can
last
do
pick?
all those things. You could kill 2 hours for a reasonable price.
Oh no!
Yeah, I just might have wanted to draft.
No.
That's untrue. All right.
There was
So
a
Matt,
very,
that's-
there's a very obvious.
legitimately, it's probably the best batting cage in Winnipeg.
I was just gonna say it is the best batting cage.
We-
They-
okay.
They also have the fast pitch, like 75 mile an hour
I
Yeah, and
lament
fastballs.
not picking. It's over now. That was the last.
we'll
pick,
do
right?
honorable mentions after our recap.
Fucking Assiniboine, whatever that's called.
All right. So James had the
Thunder
first
Rapids.
pick.
Oh, how did I miss that?
James had the first pick. He had Forks Market, Western Aviation Museum, getting gelato on Corden, enjoying Grand Beach, and driving Wellington Crescent. Jordan had the second pick. He picked Tour of Winnipeg Brewery, explore Assiniboine Park, Polo Park Mall, tour of the Mint, and then go to IKEA and then Rec Room. Pat had the third pick. He had Assiniboine Park Zoo, He had Bet the Ponies at the Assiniboia Downs. He had Tinkertown. He had a road trip to Half Moon Drive-In, and he finished out with St. Norbert Farmers Market. And then Matt had the last pick. He had touring the Human Rights Museum. Start off with a banger. Club Region Casino, a Maze in Corn, an escape room, Manitoba, a Manitoba escape room. I'm sorry, and visit.
I
Grand
never
Prix.
said Manitoba. You can't fucking just slander picks like that because
shit.
you're scared you're gonna lose again.
I'm gonna lose again.
Wow.
That's just what happens. All right, so Jordan, honorable mention. What were you gonna say?
Thunder Rapids. I regret big time. I feel like that should be on the list, and it's not. So for
I had-
and Speed World, that would be my second one. I forgot to. is
Speed World. I'm not a fan of Speed World.
I had on my list still. I had
Too much speed for you, Matt.
it wouldn't have played good. I put shoot 9 holes of golf at a golf course in the city. That's why I
Veto.
didn't pick it.
The only one
uh,
would be Dunkirk. That's the only one.
Waiting in line at BDI for ice cream. That usually takes about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's
Happy Land Park. You could go to the pool, bang some chains, have a fire, have a picnic. I think
Throwback.
Crystal Park. I don't know. Visit the beer can, but Jordan picked the brewery. I feel like that was a little bit better, and that's only in the summer. So yeah, that's all I Tubing Pinawa, Jordan. You could have picked Tubing Pinawa.
I got 3.
Oh, but no, we're accounting travel time in that. That's not fair. It takes X amount of hours to get
it's like
there.
40. Yeah,
This
it's like
is true.
it's an
You
hour
can't go to
15 to
Pinawa.
get there, and then you have to do Pinawa, and it's an hour 15 back.
So I had 3. I had grab coffee and play a board game at across the board. Always a good time.
Only Manitoban there.
You're an asshole. Get some spa treatments at 10 Spa.
That doesn't take 2 hours. That's way longer.
I would have picked Thermia over 10 spot.
Thermia
If
is
you're
like
going to
4 or 5
Thermia for
hours.
2 hours, you're a psychopath.
If you want a 10 spot for 2 hours, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, you got a lot of money if you're going
just
to
getting a
10
Matty Petty. You're just getting a Matty Petty.
Okay.
Okay.
Any guy who says they have never enjoyed a pedicure is a.
I've never, had
never
one,
because
that's
I
it.
don't think I could pay
Matt,
anybody enough to touch.
And
his
I missed
feet.
one. Walk Provenche. I feel like walking Provenches with a bunch of
Yeah,
little
nobody does that.
shops is good.
And then a cooking class at the food studio. If you've never done that, I highly suggest.
Oh, but
doing
so
a
you have to
cooking
book
class.
that, and you can't. Can you just show up to one of those?
Well, you have to book it.
Oh, someone should have picked workout at the Winnipeg Winter Club.
That's a
Get
good place.
swole, baby.
Yeah.
Play a
All
little
right, so-
racquetball.
Whoa. What
So-
about my alderman? I had some.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you, James. I'm sorry.
I mean, you could go to either the Jets game or Bombers game, take your pick, and take 2 hours to leave the parking lot after. That's very.
It's okay. It's
You could-
quick
you
to
could-
get
you
out
could
of the
put-
The Jets games don't take that long to leave.
No, Jets games are better than
Bomber
games.
games
Bomber
are
games,
rough.
it's wow. What
You
happened?
could have put
Gold
Gold
Eyes.
Eyes game for 2 hours.
You can
Finish
still make
Baltimore
till
in
the
2
end.
hours.
No, I would still. I show up late all the time. Come on.
How many
I either
beers can
show
I
up
drink in
late
2
or leave
hours?
early because I'm way too drunk by the end of it.
You got any more, James?
No, that was it.
All right. So, hey, so I think this just proves there's lots going on in Manitoba, even though Jordan
I
wasn't
could
ready.
have done a draft by myself of kids stuff to do.
That's good for
Well,
all our kid listeners.
That's gonna be a
Weird,
good
weird
spin-off.
brag, but I'll accept it.
So yeah. Hey, look, I think it was a fun draft.
I
Remember
hate
to
that
vote. Remember to vote. You're not going to vote for me because no one ever does for some fucking reason. God damn
because
it.
you suck at these.
Yeah, apparently I suck at these. So whatever.
Matt's list was just kid stuff that happens everywhere, but also only in Winnipeg.
I never said it was from where. Oh my god! I'm
On
gonna
that
fight.
note, on that
when,
note,
when I see you guys again, I'm gonna fight
His
you.
glasses off. He's
All right.
so bad he can't
well,
see.
you know what, Jordan? I think we're going to leave it on that note. I enjoyed that. Remember, this is a very Winnipeg podcast. Only podcasts exist in Manitoba.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Holy
we're the only
shit.
podcast in the
So,
world.
Drink local, support
I'm gonna
local.
put dog shit on all your
Hey,
doorsteps.
I can't wait.
Drink local, support local, shop local, support local businesses right now. They need it. They need it a lot. So enjoy this episode. We'll see you again on Thursday for beer review banter Thursdays. So enjoy your week, and we'll talk to you next week on Thursday for another episode of Bros, Bumps, and Beers.